Hey everyone, it's Katie from Create Your Future. I am a law of assumption, law of attraction coach here, certified life coach and meditation teacher. And today we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite videos that's all about how I was able to help clients get a brand new version of their specific person, in some cases overnight, because that is available to everyone. So in this video, I review a success story about how a client was continually getting a version of her specific person that really was hot and cold, right? So she'd get the version of the person that loved her, that was showing her affection, that was prioritizing her, but then she'd also get the opposite. And this happens so frequently in the bridge of incidents, in the bridge of events, that we'll see glimpses of our desire come through, but then we'll get the complete opposite. So what do we do? What happens? How do we persevere? How do we not only persevere, but then continually get the version of our specific person that we actually desire, so the relationship isn't constantly this up and down? Well, we do that by focusing dominantly on the version of our specific person that we want. We identify what they are like, the version of us that is like what we are like in that relationship. And we find those inner conversations. We start to have them now on the inside. And once they become dominant and consistent, you're going to see that get pushed out in your external reality, but it has to happen within. Now, there's a few important points that I go into in this video. And let me speak to you first, actually, the bundle that's available for this one. So if you're someone that's getting hot and cold, if you're someone that struggles with getting consistency from the version that you actually want, I suggest doing my bundle, my workshop and meditation that I did. That's all about casting a love spell on your specific person. It was around Halloween when we did it, but really it focuses on just getting the version that you want, because the version of your person that you desire is available to you, but it's up to you to conjure up that version, because every version is available of your specific person. You're constantly choosing that version based on what your inner thoughts are, what your inner conversations are. So we want to get really clear on the version that you want and start to make that consistent now. Another thing that you want to do that I speak to in this is become indifferent to anything that does not align with your desire. So if you've been manifesting someone for a while, then you know, right? You see the opposite. You'll see circumstances come up from old thoughts or old fears or old inner conversations. And we want to get really skillful at not reacting to the 3D. Becoming indifferent, because when we're indifferent, we sever the ties that once tied us to that reality. So when I'm manifesting something, I'll notice the opposite will come up, and my only job is to be indifferent. And I'll do that by conjuring up new inner conversations of the preference reality, of taking deep breaths, of reminding myself that it's just an old reality getting pushed out. And as I hold on to my inner power, I stay peaceful, I stay calm, and I don't attach to the old story, the new one can come through. And usually it gets really intense, and by the next day, I have a new reality. Same with these success stories, right? Which is why it can happen overnight. So that was an important thing, is to be indifferent. I talk about riding the bridge of events in this. I talk about, how nothing's actually going wrong, which is important to remember. I talk about the importance of our feelings in manifesting, and really speak to how our feelings are letting us know what is true for us. Our feelings are letting us know the quality of our thoughts. Our feelings are our compass in every moment. Manifesting is happening in the now. And so if you're not feeling good right now, look at the thoughts you're thinking. And your feelings are just letting you know, hey, the thoughts you're thinking are not in alignment with your desire. Time to change them, right? And I go into inner conversations at the end of this too, to help you create the version of your person that not only will you get pushed out, but can stick around, can stay consistent, right? Because not only do we want the new version, we want the new version to stay. So that video dives into all that. So I intend this video is exactly what you need to hear. I intend it's a perfect reminder of you going into the reality of your desired totally manifest right here and right now, that you can experience them right here and right now, and no longer have to go through the highs and lows and all the old versions. Because what you want wants you. The version of your specific person that loves you, that wants to be with you, they want to come through, but it's up to you to bring it through. So I intend this video helps you do just that. Okay, enjoy.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Create Your Future. I'm a law of attraction coach and meditation teacher here at Create Your Future. And today I have a success story for you about how a client was able to go from the old version to the new version of her SP seemingly overnight. So I'm going to tell you how you can do that, how she did that with me. And so if you're someone that's been struggling with continuing to see this old version of your person, continuing to have old situations and problems show up, this is for you to show you how to get out of that pattern. It'll hopefully expedite your manifestation so you don't have to keep going through the same issues, the same circular states of being, if you will. Okay, so let's dive into what happened. So this client is a client that did both of my courses. She did the inner conversations and she did the speeding up your SP, your manifestation through self-concept. And then we just had a few sessions together too. I think she did the meditation too, which is awesome. And through, all these different avenues, we were able to get her into a place of finally seeing the results that she really had been working years towards. And the biggest thing, let me go into her story. Okay, her story was this SP that she had been with, they've been on and off for years. On and off for years. And it sounds like, she'd get really onto her mental diet. She'd get really into seeing the best in him, living in the end, doing SATs, meditation, all that good stuff. And it would show up, little bits and pieces would show up, right? And just as she would start to basically get excited, something would, go awry. Something would happen in their 3D reality. And with her was some pretty intense stuff, right? Some pretty big relational issues that kind of hadn't been sorted out mentally by her yet would keep showing up. So she'd start to get in a good place where it's I think he's ready to commit. I think he's ready to because she wanted marriage and she wanted children. I think he's ready to finally be yes, let's plan our future together. And then something would happen, right, that would really drive them apart. And a lot of it, she felt was her fault, right? Because I know in manifesting, we are creating everything, but then she would kind of start to guilt herself and blame herself and just go back into an old state of doubt and insecurity. So I want to talk to you about how you can get out of those states of doubt and insecurity, how you can get past those initial reactions when things seem to be going wrong, because they're not actually going wrong. Nothing's ever wrong, right? And how you can kind of ride what is the bridge of events, right? Because remember, when you have a desire, that is your 4D reality, right? And I like to look at my 4D reality is telling me, okay, this is the next step. You want to be with your SP? Great. They want you to, because what you want wants you, right? And now the only thing we have to do is change our thoughts and our inner conversations to match up into this new reality, because our thoughts create, right? And so when we think of this new 4D reality, we have to decide, okay, who am I in this reality? Who is my SP in this reality? And what thoughts would I be thinking? What inner conversations would I be having? And right, as many of you know, we have to drop what Neville calls the old man. We have to drop this old version. But if you've been in this manifesting journey, you've probably noticed old versions tend to come back up. Really insecure versions, really versions that don't feel worthy, that feel rejected, that basically almost, at least for me, I know that any initial relationship issue I've had in my past would show up. And I started to see it as an opportunity of okay, this is coming up so I can change it. It's not against me, right? I don't have to ignore my 3D reality, but I do have to be indifferent to what no longer matches, right, what I really want, including these states of, depression or just feeling insecure, things like that, worrying, trying to find proof. These are things I know we all go through, but we have to start becoming indifferent to them. We can't react. We can't let them take on truth anymore. So the way I've done this with clients, and with this client in particular, what we worked on was, okay, when she would start to feel that insecure feeling of oh my God, did I mess this up? Is the manifestation going all wrong? Is he going to leave me? Because there was a lot of threats of leaving and things like that. Is he going to leave me? Is this ending? Like, has all this been a waste? The second she would start to have those thoughts, I would ask her, right? And if you've done my course, you've seen this. Like, how do you feel when those thoughts are going? And if your mood is, because your emotions, right, they're telling you every single thought you think, they're telling you if that thought is in alignment with that 4D reality that's waiting for you. Like, your body's so tuned into that desire that it's going to let you know, like, if you're thinking a negative thought or a thought that's just not true, it's letting you know. But what tends to happen is we feel fear and we're like, oh my God, it's true. And I have to go prepare and I have to go find proof or I have to go fix this. And it's like, no, no, no. That's actually where you want to take a breath, come into your body and ask yourself, is this thought true? Right? Is this person really going to leave me? Does this person really not want me? And before you answer that, the answer is if it doesn't feel good, it's not true, right? Because your body will always let you know what's actually true for you, right? Even information I'm saying as a coach, like, don't just take my word for it. If it doesn't feel true for you, then it's probably not true for you. Your body can always let you know, can always guide you if something is actually true, okay? And so that's why when something resonates, like Neville's teaching can resonate so deeply because you're just like, something in you is like, yeah, like this feels right, this feels good, right? But then when we go into questioning mode and we start getting insecure, that's actually the time to not necessarily listen to your thoughts. Write them down, change them, right? But remember, if it doesn't feel good, it's not true, okay? And so what we did is we went through all of her fears, all of her negative thoughts, right? And I do this in the course too, the self-concept course, where it's like, if it just doesn't feel good, it's just not true, but then we need to change the thought. We need to change the inner conversation, right? So I'm going to go through some inner conversations with you, some thoughts with you that seem to be pretty common with people. And I'll just show you how I would change them, right? But to kind of bring closure to this story. So once she understood all these different techniques of, okay, like when a thought doesn't feel good, it's not true and I'm going to change it. So she would do that. And then I teach in all these courses and my clients in coaching sessions, I teach them, okay, like if it doesn't feel good, it's not true, change the story and then do the inner conversation to back it up, right? Because you want to back it up. You want to just hear your inner SP like, no, that's really not true. I really do want to be with you, right? And that tends to just kind of like cement it further into the subconscious. That's what I find. And so she knew how to do that. So the next thing was, okay, when you're in the 3D with your person, what do you do? And they're showing you old stuff. What do you do? And the first thing is, if your person is doing something that doesn't feel good, guess what? It's not true. And I say that lovingly, where it's like, I don't want to deny the 3D. I don't want to ignore it. I want to embrace and love the 3D. But it's your 3D. You get to choose what you want to accept into your reality, right? And then you can be indifferent to all the rest. Neville talks about being indifferent. It severs, right? When we're indifferent, it doesn't bind us to it, right? Feeling binds us, indifference severs, okay? And so when your 3D person's doing something, saying something that you don't love, it doesn't feel right, it's like, okay, this isn't true for me, right? This is the old version, not a big deal. Like, I can send love to them, right? Even this is occurring to help me get stronger in my manifesting, not a big deal. And then I always recommended what she was doing was going in and hearing her inner SP be like, no, like, it is okay. Nothing's going wrong here. We're in the bridge of events. This is only bringing us closer. I haven't gone anywhere. Nothing's messed up your manifestation. Right? And she would just hear him say everything she needed to hear so she could calm down, so she could breathe, and so she could not react. Because not reacting is so important, as you all know, right? And also, it's a great moment, right? A teachable moment, if you will, where your inner SP can remind you about the laws. Like, nope, you're the only cause, babe. Like, everything's working out for you. Your thoughts are creating, your inner conversations are creating. This is all going to get pushed out, right? This is just passing through. Nothing's gone wrong, right? Like, it's a great time to hear inner SP just affirm every lesson that I think sometimes we tend to forget when we want to react. And it keeps you in this confident state, so you're less likely to go into those insecure states. And what seems to be really amazing, right? I know what happened for her is where she would normally react to her person, she didn't. And because she was just, talking to her, the inner version, and staying calm and staying relaxed, he no longer felt the need to keep reacting, to keep blaming her, to keep getting upset with her for some things that had happened, because she was also no longer pushing that out, right? Instead, she was focused on the version of him that's so loving, so understanding, so unconditionally loving, right? Like, there was no need to keep engaging in this outside version. And by the next day, she got the version of him that was so sweet and loving. No, it wasn't like all the way. Yeah, these things do happen in a natural way. But like she said to me, it was almost like it never happened the night before it didn't happen. Right? She was still like a little nervous, like, oh, is he going to cancel our date tonight because we got in a fight? Like, you know, is everything still kind of crumbling? And the next day, right, because they had some future plans they had to make, he was making future plans with her, right? And it was all because she didn't react. She just heard her inner SP. She just sent love. Instead of trying to engage with the old version, she just engaged with the new one inside of her. And that is always where your power is going to be, is with the version inside of you, right? So what I want for everyone that watches this channel, everyone that does my courses, works with me, I want you all to feel a sense of security that comes from having your inner SP, because there's nothing better. Like, I know what it's like to be insecure in relationships. Like, I know all this stuff because I have been deeply insecure in relationships, and I've had every abandonment issue that you could probably think of, right? And I don't want to affirm that anymore, but it's through doing these inner conversations, right, that I found my own inner stability with my inner SP, right, where I was like, wait, no, he's literally always there for me. I can talk to him at any time I need. He'll tell me anything I need to hear. He's helped me learn what I need to hear because I didn't know what my needs were, right? He's helped build me up, helped me improve my self-concept, right? And he's never going anywhere. Like, you have access to your person right now in every moment. And so even when you get your SP back, you still are going to be going in. You're still going to be developing this relationship with your inner SP, because that's where the power is. That's where the momentum is always going to be, right? And it just feels so good. And then, of course, like, it gets pushed out, and then you enjoy that. You enjoy the 3D. You enjoy what's going on, but you stay within, right? So let me just do a few intentions for you to hopefully help bring this home a little bit more, and do some inner conversations. Okay. So here's some intentions for you. Okay. I intend to know I am worthy of this relationship. I've always been in this relationship. Right? So I would hear my inner SP say, I've always been inside of you. Of course you've always been worthy. I've always been with you. I've never gone anywhere. Maybe you've pushed out the illusion of me leaving, but I've always been here, and I'll always be here for you now. Right? We're always going to be in a relationship together because I am you and I'm inside of you. And then I would reply, because the reply is so important. I would reply like, thank you for showing me that you really have always been here. Thank you for showing me that you've always been there for me. Thank you for always being there for me. Thank you for showing me what a real committed relationship is. Thank you for always coming through when I need you. I feel so secure and so supported now. Okay, the next one. I intend the version that loves me, the version of my SP that loves me, is alive inside of me and is always with me. And I would hear this version and feel this version. Be like, I've always loved you unconditionally. I came here to love you. I'm always here loving you unconditionally. That's the only real version of me, is the one that loves you. And I'm accessible to you at any time, day or night. Any other version is just not true. And then I would reply, thank you for showing me what unconditional love really is. Thank you for always being there for me. Thank you for being there for me, even when I'm pushing old versions of you out. Thank you for reminding me of the version that really loves me. Right? Thank you for getting stronger, right, within every day. I can feel you more. I can hear you more. And that's really helping me know who you really are, so I can push that out. Okay, the next one. I intend to know what I want wants me. It's already mine, and I'm indifferent to all the rest. So I'd hear my inner SP just tell me, like, hey, this is all that's real. What you're doing within is all that's real. The outside world is a magnified mirror, but it all starts within. It's all right here and right now. So I'm right here, I'm right now, and the one that loves you is the only one that is real. And I'm yours. I'm all yours. This whole world is yours. And I would reply with something like, thank you for always being mine. Thank you for showing me what true love is. Right? Thank you for helping me stay indifferent when things are getting rough. Thank you for reminding me of the truth within. Thank you for helping me become the version of me that just doesn't react. I feel so strong and I feel so powerful. Cool. So those are some intentions and some inner conversations that you can start practicing now, right now, with your inner SP. They're in there with you right now. You don't have to spend a second longer without them. So allow yourself to go within and feel them. Now, if you're having any issues feeling your SP, definitely check out. I've got a monthly meditation going on where I will guide us in different ways every month to feel your SP real, doing different meditation techniques. And then I mentioned the 2 courses. I've got my Inner Conversations course, and then I have the Speed Up Your Manifestation by upgrading your self-concept course. That's all available for you. And of course, I have one-on-one coaching. So if you're looking for more support or guidance, I'm here for you. So I want you all to have your SP, the most loving, unconditional version, the newest version right now. And of course, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on your experience. So much love to all of you. I guess.